Hello friends, in this video tutorial I will show you how to make a frame with light bulbs. I use 5mm thick foam board to make the frame. The height of the frame that I will make is 3 feet. To make any figure 3 feet high, you will need 2 sheets of foam board, 100 cm high and 70 cm wide. As a gift you get a patterns of all numbers, by 0 to 9, all sizes included 2,345 feet. This is a digital template for design. You will receive the files in PDF format. Files are printed on multiple sheets on a regular printer using Adobe Acrobat. I fixed the pattern on a sheet of foam board with stationary needles, and then circled the pattern along the contour with a pencil. Then I take off the needles and put away the pattern. I have a thin, barely noticeable outline of the figure on the foam board sheet. I use a regular stationary knife for cutting. I make sure that the knife is sharp. I hold my hand in such a way that the blade of the knife is perpendicular to the foam board sheet. In this case, the incision line is smooth. I use an angle ruler to make the cuts perfectly even. It is very convenient to use a small ruler for cutting small parts. To cut the long part, I use a ruler with a length of 100 centimeters. My ruler is quite heavy, and it is very convenient to use it. Due to its weight, the ruler does not move off the line during cutting. When cutting curved parts, press your palm against the surface. This will allow you to hold the knife blade in an upright position. When cutting out the curved part of the foam sheet, move the knife blade along with the body. In this case, the curved line will be perfectly smooth. So, I cut out the base of the frame. All parts of the figure are perfectly smooth. Now I will cut out a frame stand from the remaining sheet of foam. The size of the stand is 20 by 30 centimeters. So, the stand is ready. Now I will make the sides for the frame. I have prepared 2 strips of foam board in advance, 100 centimeters long and 10 centimeters wide. I apply the side part to the longest side and make a mark. I made an incision of the top layer of foam board in accordance with the mark. It is mandatory to use an angle ruler in this case. When you use an angle ruler to make the bends of the side parts, all your lines will be strictly perpendicular. This guarantees the stability of the frame. Now I will show you how to make a side part that has an inner corner. I took a small piece of foam board measuring 10 by 5 centimeters, made an incision and bent it. Then I put this piece of foam board in the corner of the frame and make a mark. I got a mark 5 mm lower from the very corner. Thus, I took into account the width of the foam board in the manufacture of the inner corner side. I apply the second strip and transfer the mark to it. I make an incision in the top layer of foam board, bend it and apply it to the base. I make a mark at the end of the frame. To make the mark correctly, I use a cutting mat. I have it marked up. Also, To make a mark correctly, you can use a ruler. See how I do it. I make an incision in the top layer of foam board on the other side of the rim, bend it and attach it. I make a mark again, and cut off the extra part. So, now I'll show you how to make a curved side part. I will made this part from the remaining piece of foam board that we just cut off. With a soft ruler, I measure the length of the curved part and transfer this size to a piece of foam board. I make incisions in the upper part of the foam board to a mark 2.5 centimeters apart. Now, with a little pressure, I bend each incised part, and I get a curved side part. Now I put all the cut out sides to the base and cut off the extra parts. Now a very important point, you need to draw a thin pencil line in the middle of each side. It is on this mark that I will glue the base to the sides. At this point, stop and take a good look at your frame. The glue must be applied from the back of the frame, so it is important to understand where your front side is and where the back side is. Put the base on the side part exactly according to the mark. Glue the side of the 3 places in order to fix it first. Then continue to glue the sides, as I showed in the video. After I've glued all the sides, I install the light bulbs. I use light bulbs that can be glued with double-sided tape. It's very convenient. The diameter of the bulb is 6 centimeters, height is 2 centimeters. Each bulb is powered by 3 batteries. When you click on the light bulb, it changes color. You can also turn on, turn off the light bulb, or change the light using the remote control that comes with the kit. I put the light bulbs on the frame in the middle, at the same distance from each other. I make labels from 3 or 4 sides so that the bulbs do not shift when gluing. In the kit with the bulbs, the supplier put double-sided tape. I paste double-sided tape on the bulb and then glue the bulb to the frame according to the marks. After the bulbs are glued, I glue the stand. I install the frame with a slight offset back because the bulbs have weight and this will allow the frame not to fall forward. Now I'm gluing the frame to the stand. And the last thing to do is to glue 2 small retainer. These are 2 triangles measuring 3 by 4, which have a right angle cut off a little. The frame is ready. Lightweight, durable, stable, perfectly suitable for reusable use. Thank you for watching us.